Welcome again to the Aquatic Life Saving channel. My name is Grace Joyce, your host. Thank you for liking our content. Thank you for watching our content. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. And I continue to implore you, please continue to like, to subscribe, to share, to comment, to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any episode. As I said, my name is Grace Joyce, and today we are talking about something fun, something I enjoy doing because I love the beach. We are talking about staying safe at the beach. Whether we are going out as friends, family, reunion, name it, beaches are the thing. But can you stay safe at the beach? Can you go have fun and come back well? Of course, I'm joined by Alan Kiza, a drowning prevention activist and a public health expert, to talk everything beaching and beach safety. Very interesting topic because beaches are very interesting in my life. But before we go there, tell us about the weekend. Rumor has it there was a gala and you were the center and everything happened. Tell us about the gala.
It was an exciting weekend. We hosted the Dolphin Junior Championship, the 50th edition after COVID. And I mean, it was very exciting. We had over 600 athletes taking part in the event. It was, we saw athletes do brilliant times. We saw 25s. It was an exciting, evening. We saw swimmers give us beautiful times. Of course, congratulations to my brother JK who won the event for the day. And of course, Dolphins, we did well. We finished second overall. And yeah, we're proud of our athletes.
I enjoyed the mascots. Can we take them home?
Yeah, they were there to entertain the kids and they really enjoyed them. Something different from water, so they really had a lot of fun.
Anyway, that was a good weekend. I passed there and I really enjoyed my time. If your kid is not swimming, please take the kid for swimming because we are.
Yeah, and for the viewers out there, if you're looking for Dolphin Swim Club, you can always find us at Akamwesi Gayaza Road or Akamwesi Chebando, or you can find us at Aga Khan Kololo. We're always there, Monday to Saturday, to serve you.
Nice. Now let's go to beaches. We are always at the beach. Okay, not always, but there are seasons when Buliomu, Tebe Road, tugenda ku beach. What's your most memorable experience at the beach?
Well, the most recent memorable experience at the beach was about, I think, a month or two ago. We went for a swim with a formidable crew. We had a swim across Lake Victoria. And so we took a boat. We actually had two boats. Yes, we had two boats. We sailed off from Entebbe Sailing Club, went to Nabinonya, we swam across and came back. Unfortunately, it rained that day. It rained so bad, so heavily. Cats and dogs. Yeah, we endured the rains. We still swam. It was an exciting, day. But after the swim, we went to Lido Beach. Actually, I didn't know people still go to the beach. Oh, yes. And seeing the crowds there, the music, it was fun catching up with people, chatting and, eating the fish. So it was a beautiful, experience after a very long time.
Anyway, interesting. My beach experience is not as interesting as yours, but we went to the beach. Our main aim to go to the beach, we went for a beach party, but we reached the beach party. I will not tell you others. My friends will not be happy. But yeah, that was in December. And I think I really had a good time. But anyway, now back to the beaches. We always see people going to the beach, families, friends. Name it. Why are beaches important? Why do we actually have beaches?
Beaches are very important spaces for recreation, relaxation, and mental well-being. So people go there to swim, socialize, exercise, connect with nature. And for many families, it's a place where they go and just hang out and feel like they are a family, to catch up with one another, bonding and enjoyment. However, beyond the fun, beaches are powerful and dynamic environments. They bring together land, water, and weather. And these conditions can change quickly. So it's a question of how we prepare before we go to the beach. And that preparedness, I think, is what brings up the safety bit when you go to the beach.
Okay, so now that you've spoken about weather hazard, safety, before I go to the beach, is there anything important I should know, or I should just carry myself and to the beach?
It is very important to know before you go to the beach, you want to know how the weather is like. Because trust me, if you go to the beach and the weather is, not
Bad.
favorable for swimming, then you won't have a beautiful experience. I just talked about one when we went there, it was a rainy day.
Yeah.
You want to go to the beach on a sunny day. You want to put your shirt off. You want to be in your bikini. You want to run in the sand. But of course, if it's raining, you won't have that experience. If there is a strong wave or current, you won't enjoy that moment. So you need to know the environment of the beach, the weather, observe the wave, but also the most important is knowing your own ability as a person. What is your swimming ability before you think about stepping in that water or enjoying the beach?
Okay, so now I've understood all that, and now I'm going to the beach. When we go to the beach, I am one of the culprits who wants to test the water. Should I first test the water, then I find out how bad they are, or do I understand the waters before?
See, Uganda is a blessed country. It is water rich, I must say. Out of a total area of about 241,500 square kilometers, around 199,000, I think 800, square kilometers is land. With about, I think, 41,700,000 square kilometers, which is water.
Okay.
Now, you can see that Uganda has a lot of water.
Yeah.
That's lakes, rivers, wetlands. So that significantly shows you that we are a water nation. That alone brings out that curiosity to want to know how safe you are around water. And the biggest question is, how safe are you around waters?
Water, yeah.
So before you think of stepping in the water, the biggest question is, if disaster happened, or if disaster was to strike, how safe are you in such an environment?
Okay, so if knowing how safe I am, I know we've talked about this actually off camera before, that Uganda does not have those currents, so Uganda water are safe. But is there an importance of me understanding the currents of water, and why, and how do I understand those currents?
Yeah, it is important to understand those currents. Yes, again, like we talked about it off camera, that we might not get to experience those high tides and currents like elsewhere, of course, but we want to understand that beaches are dynamic environments. Conditions can change within minutes. You go to the beach, you walk into the water, you start having the swim. Before you know it, there's a rise and fall of a wave, which becomes stronger, and the current can develop unexpectedly, and before you know it, it can strip you away. But I just want us to understand the difference between a wave and a current.
Okay.
Because what we have in Uganda mostly is what we call a wave, and we might confuse it for a current.
Yeah.
But a wave usually is the movement of energy across the surface of water.
So a wave is this one that comes like this.
Basically, it will.
This one that.
Now, usually a wave will lift you up and bring you down, but it won't take you away.
Hey.
Yes, but a current will come and wash you.
So it comes wave, like.
So a wave comes and lifts you up, but then drops you.
What about this one we see in the movie that is like, shh, I don't know even how to explain.
See, the difference is, now for it doesn't move forward.
Okay.
And that's why you see when you're caught up in a wave, you feel like you've been lifted and dropped, but you won't travel far. Okay. And yet a current, on the other hand, you will actually move
with it
in a certain direction, because it will come and strip you and carry you in a certain. Because when a current comes, usually a current will carry debris. It will wash away a swimmer. It will everything that is in its way. Because for it, when it comes, it basically swips.
Is it like the tsunami thing?
Okay. Yeah. A tsunami could be part of that. But again, like I said, in Uganda, we are lucky. We might not experience some of those. currents can pull you off the shore and just wash you away.
Okay.
So
And
the
waves
biggest
just carry you.
difference here is that a wave moves energy, but a current moves you.
Wow.
So meaning a current will come again. Remember we said a wave will lift you up, but then drop you.
Yeah.
A current will wash you away because for it moves you. It will sweep you and it will take you. But
So a wave is not dangerous.
not per se. It could be dangerous, but not as dangerous as as a current, especially depending on the surface where you are, because it could easily drop you on a broken bottle and you still get hurt. You know, it can drop you down if you're not ready for a landing. You could still get hurt. But just trying to understand in detail. Of course, even currents have different types, of which most of them we don't get to experience in Uganda.
But we travel.
Yeah.
We travel, so
that is very true.
We may experience them in Mombasa.
That is very true. And of course, the most common ones happen in oceans, like the rip currents. Of course, they are strong, narrow currents flowing away from the shore. But just trying to understand what is a shore, because I was having a conversation with one of our friend yesterday, Moses Kalanzi of SwimSafe, and he was telling me in Uganda, we don't have shorelines. We don't have shores.
Oh, yes. I at Lake Victoria. Me, every time I go to Lake Victoria, I tell people I'm at that shore.
Yeah, but just trying to understand, a shoreline is usually a border. Now in Uganda, we have those perimeter walls.
Yes.
That are demarcating from the water, from the sand, from the water, where the sand is, and the land area. Now, usually that is the shore, because when you're at the beach, there is this area where water will come and overflow to the sand, and then wash over and beyond. Now here we have those builds, yes, that help us demarcate that. But of course, talking about those rip currents, they are very common in beaches that are in oceans, and they can actually cause drowning if you're not cautious.
Okay.
However good a swimmer you are, because remember we say they don't pull you under, they pull you away from safety.
So they are taking you.
So they will instead wash you. Exactly. So they will take you, wash you away, and you'll find yourself being carried away or even drowning in that current. Okay. But other than that, we have what we call the longshore currents. Now these ones move parallel. They're a little bit different from the rip currents. These ones move parallel to the shoreline, and they are caused by waves hitting the shore at an angle. Okay. And again, they come in slowly, and they can also be dangerous to swimmers, especially if you're caught up in such currents. Again, like I said earlier, we are lucky in Uganda not to have those kinds of
waves and currents.
Exactly.
So for us in Uganda, what do we have? Because when you go to the lake, the water comes to you.
Okay, so the most common ones in Uganda is we have the river currents, where you see flowing of water in rivers and streams, which tends to speed up, especially on a slope. And this is very common during rainy seasons, because when it rains, of course, there is an increase in water. So you notice that there is water flowing downstream. Now, this water can increase a runoff, and usually it also tends to bring what we call a river current. But nonetheless, we also have lake currents, of course, where you have a river, you will also have a lake. But again, they are not so, of course, they are dangerous, but not as bad as the ones on the coast.
Okay, so if I'm traveling to Mombasa or Zanzibar, I need to be very careful. Anyway, were you still saying something about the currents?
Yeah, of course. Now, the lake currents are usually caused by wind, storms, and pressure. And usually the differences can be is that they create, that wave will come and drive. Okay, with the lake current, it wants to be a little bit similar to the ones in the ocean, because the conditions change due to the pressure of the storms and the winds, which increase the runoff of the water. So if it comes, it can easily, hit you off.
Okay, interesting. Anyway, like now staying at the current, you've scared me to be of the current. Let's talk about now the current has scared me. Now if I'm to swim, imagine I'm not scared. We in Uganda, good enough, those currents are not there.
Yeah.
But I want to swim in the lake. Is it safe? Are there lakes I should swim at? What should be my do's and don'ts, and how should I navigate it?
I think the most important thing to look out for is one, understanding your swimming ability. Before you think about swimming, you want to know what is your strength in swimming, and where are you swimming from? Because you need to be honest about your own ability to swim. Because if you don't avoid the deep, then the deep will sweep you away. So you want to stick to the shallow end, the shallow waters, where you can ideally in shallow waters. The advantage is you're in reach of supervision by the beach guards. So there's enough visual, they can see a distressed swimmer and come to your help. Two, you can easily stand and still save yourself. Unlike if you go into deep waters, of course, if you find yourself in deep waters, then chances are high that you might be carried away. And of course, you increase the risk of drowning. And in that situation, what might happen is you might end up drowning. And if you're not, if someone does not come to your rescue as soon as possible, then you might find yourself drowning.
But is it really safe to swim at the beach, or that we should just sit and enjoy the sun and everything?
Yeah, it is okay to swim at the beach. Again, like what we said earlier, people go to the beach to swim, enjoy. Not everyone has the luxury of enjoying a pool. Here we call the lakes and rivers or the beaches natural basins, where you go and, I mean, everyone you are spoiled for choices. I mean, it's a large basin where you can enjoy, have fun, because, I mean, people go there for so many reasons. And especially when it's too hot, you want to take a dip in the lake, in the river, and have fun. If you're out there in the ocean, you definitely want to go into the ocean and have the feel of it. Of course, there's a difference between now, again, another difference is with our beaches, especially in Uganda, and maybe those in our neighboring countries like Zanzibar, Mombasa, where they get to swim in the ocean, is that the ocean has salty water. Here we have fresh water. So there is a big difference. Of course, each waters have their advantages and disadvantages. Of course, you easily drown. You drown faster in salt water than in fresh water, because salt water tends to dehydrate you. But again, in fresh water, of course, there is more contamination in such waters. And then, of course, here in Uganda, I think our biggest worry is crocodiles. But again, you won't find them in salt water. But again, you will find sharks in a deep salt water, and you won't find sharks in fresh water. So they all come with their own, advantages and disadvantages.
So yeah, now that you've talked about crocodiles and sharks, let's talk about hazards in waters or at the beach. Let's first talk about those in the waters, and then around the beach. What hazards are there? Even as I'm going to the beach, what should I be careful about and not?
Of course, when you get to the beach, the first thing you want to do is you want to get acquainted with the environment. Know the area where you are. Usually when you walk into a beach, most beaches have signage. So you want to go to that big board and read the signage. What does it say? What are the emergency contacts and all that? Where do you have to go? What are the signals? Where do you have to swim from? Two, yes, beach guards usually do what we call a sweep. A sweep, they usually get those long sticks and just sweep through the sand to make sure there is no broken glasses, lost keys, bottle tops, and so forth. Stones, name it. Now, when they do a sweep, they're trying to prepare the beach ready for users to come in. However, chances are high that they might not do it 100%. And for you walking in there, you want to walk into an area where you're certain that it is safe. So your safety is your number one priority. So when you go there, you want to make sure that you yourself are safe. So you might want to do your own sweep, especially if you have children. You want to make sure that they don't go into an area that is going to be harmful to them. So you can do your own sweep and make sure that the area you've scanned, actually we call it scanning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, scanning or sweeping, but you're scanning. Where you scan and say that, okay, this area is safe for my children to play. The sand is safe. They can go ahead and play. You can scan using your own feet. Like you
what
say,
if a glass?
yeah, of course, you be careful and cautious. You don't have to do it. You might not do it with your with bare feet. You can do it with your shoes, or you can also pick a stick and do that and mark up a zone and say, this area is safe for my kids to, to play and have fun. Then beyond that, of course, you asked about the hazards. That is one, scanning the environment, the sand, to make sure it is safe. Two, getting to know, do we have a guard on the beach? How far are they from where you are? And if you have kids, are they visible? If you let your kids go to swim, one thing I want to remind the viewers out there is that don't leave your family members entirely in the hands of a beach guard. You have a person who is patrolling over 20 to 50 people or bathers at one time.
Oh.
So when you take your people out there, be the second eye.
Actually, be the first eye.
Or be the first eye. Yes, they could be the professionals. However, it would be good if you put your phone away, put those papers away, and just watch over your kids for those 20 minutes or 10 minutes. And when they come out, anti kakati sikubakuba nnyo ne kwerinda kyakwerinda nti tulagajjalira nnyo nti gw'okwata abaana n'obawa oyo gw'osanze ku beach n'ogamba abaana baabo mbakuwadde kola ki balabirire naye n'omuntu alaba abantu abalala bameka 5 kale katugambe nti avudde ku station ye ayina gw'agenza okuyamba naye ate katugamba awuzze yeeyongeddeko mu maaso ate gw'oyo owuwo gw'alese awo ani amulaba tewali kakitegeeza ffe ffennyini ffe ba lifeguards abasooka gwe ng'omuzadde gwe gaadi asooka nga tonalowooza ku oli lubbira omutendeke naawe beera lubbira is a lifeguard or a beach guard nti beera awo naawe ng'okola ki ng'olaba owomanyi nti bw'aba afunye ekizibu osobola okudduka n'omuyamba okugeza ojja kuleeta omwana abamu baleeta abaana ali epileptic ayina seizures ayina asthma ayina and all those other conditions naye tojja kufuna kadde kannyonnyola beach guard oyo nti omwana owange ayina conditioning eno kati seizures bwe zijja ne zimukwata they will start convulging nga tomanyi ne beach guard ayinza obutamanya sinakyayinza n'okulowooza oba omwana ali mu muzannyo kati you're the first respondent kitegeeza bw'obeerawo n'oba nga weerabira owuwo oba osobola okumuyamba n'omutaasa akatyaba gaako. But of course, and again, just to add on because the question was the hazards.
Yeah.
Of course, now away from that, of course, we have animals.
Okay.
We have animals. Of course, kati ate wano we are lucky.
We only have crocodiles.
and crocodiles, snakes. Now these hidden hythens. Kati jukira bino ebiddo biba ku mazzi okwo nga biseeyeeya bitambula kiyinza okubaamu omusota. Kayinza kisemberera ne weesanga kikukoze gukubojjezza. But of course okwerinda sibuti even fish itself fish pokes you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, now for some of us who have swum in lakes and rivers, we've gotten that experience. Kenyanja ne kajja ne kakubojja ne kadduka ne kajja ne kakubojja. Now that can increase tension. And it can also bring about panic. Oyinza kwa ekintu kijja ne kikonako ne weebuuza ki ekikonyeeko ne weesanga ng'okoze eki ng'otidde now out of panic you end up drowning. Naye ate mu bifo ebimu ebitali well regulated mulimu tusanga beaches ezimu ng'abavubi bavubirawo ebyennyanja kati bajja ne batega obutimba obw'ebyennyanja kati gujja owugirawo olaba akatembe kakwatirawo so nakyo kiryawo kyakwerinda kati oyinza obutamanya you swimming probably underwater ne weesanga ng'ogudde mu katimba k'omuvu ne weesanga nga kakoze eki
obutimba tebubeera waggulu
ani kakati bwanjawulo munnange bwanjawulo kati oyinza ogwa mu mutego gw'omuvubi nagwo ne gukwata ekigere and you fail to break the surface, you know. But alongside that also, especially in our beaches in Uganda, ezimu they are in rocky areas.
Okay.
So ojja kwesanga waliwo ebiyinjayinja, there are rocks. What are the chances that you hit yourself on that rock and you go straight into stage 4 of drowning, which is cardiac arrest? Or you get a spine injury. Because actually spine injury is one of the most dangerous injuries in water. Yes, there are beaches ezisinga zeetaaga ne zibeera ne spine board, just like swimming pools. Yeah, one of the requirements is they should have at least a spine board to help manage spine injury. Why your spine, it's not managed like any other injury in water.
Talking now against the injuries, emergency preparedness at the beach and managing injuries and accidents. How do you manage as a person, and what responsibilities there for the beach management?
Actually, for starters, and this is a call to again to viewers out there, fenna kitukakatako. Omuntu yenna akulidde mu myaka. Kaabe mwana muto ng'awezezza emyaka 10. Kale kaŋŋambe 12. Kale omwana yenna wa senior 1. Yandibadde ayiga kye tuyita basic survival, basic survival. What is the word? CPR oba first aid.
Okay.
Kitya nti basic first aid yonna atuyambako mu ngeri emu oba endala. Not only in water, nene ewaka nti omwana yenna yandibadde ayiga how do I resuscitate a person that is unconscious and unresponsive. Ne bwe kiba nga tekituuse ku beach naye ng'oli waka oyamba otya omuntu oyo okuzza entunnuusa engulu oyo yenna aba akoze eki? Exactly. So when we speak of emergency preparedness, of course it is your responsibility when you go into a facility to scan the environment for your own safety. One, tulina ebintu bye tubuusa amaaso okugeza. When you go into an area, one, you want to know gate mw'oyingiridde, you want to know the emergency exit gate. Tubibuusa amaaso. Wanyagadde okumanya wendi waliwo emergency exit gate, wabaawo akavuyo. How do I escape this? Because ojja kwesanga nti wabeerawo abantu bangi. But if there is an emergency exit gate, omanya nti okay, nsobola okuyita wano. Two, twagambye nti beaches zonna zibeera ne boards. Board ezo zibaako endagiriro. Kubaako contacts za emergencies, who do you call in case nga weetaaga obuyambi. Wandyetaaze n'okutegeera beach guard ali ku duty yaani. Bw'otuukawo n'omumanya n'omanya nti okay, n'omanya nti kwegamba obulamu bwammwe buli safe. Naye kati ffe byonna tubibuusa amaaso. W'ogenda ku beach, you pay money but you risk your life. And yet it is important nti bw'otuukawo you want to know these simple, strong, small things. Nti naawe okumanya omukugu oli kye yandikoze, the basic CPR, singa omuntu aba afunya ekizibu. You can come in, naawe n'okola kino oyambako. Of course oli aba mutendeke nti bw'aba afunye ekizibu ng'ekyo ye kimwanguyira okujja okukola ki? Okukola that first aid oba aquatic CPR. Okulaba nti ataasa omuntu oyo n'amuzengo, but also you having knowledge or an idea is a plus.
Okay. Nyongera bajjukiza mulaba Aquatic Life Saving Channel we wali buli emboozi ya water safety, drowning prevention n'ebirala byonna ebikwatagana okubeera ku mazzi obulungi no survivinga ate n'oganyumirwa. Bambi likinga, sharinga content, wonna buli omu baganda bo bakwano bo, in-laws and outlaws, buli omu sharinga, and subscribe to the channel. We need your subscription. Don't forget the notification bell. Episode wegwira weti pa nga wojina. Atubadde twogera hazards. Obadde ogamba kyekirala.
Of course, tulinamu physical hazards which people tend to ignore. For example, sharp objects like broken glasses or shells. Obusosonkolo obwo. Busosonkolo buyinza okukalinnyako ne kakusala. Naye okumanya ki ekyokukola mu biseera ng'eyo nga kakusaze. How do you attend to that wound? Oyinamuko ka basic first aid okulaba nti osobola okuyamba omuntu wo oba okweyamba. Some cuts can be dangerous nekuleetera obuzibu cause injury. Of course, twayogedde ku rocks, there are slippery rocks ezimu ziba ziseerera. So oyinza okuba ozanyira ku rock ng'eyo obadde owalampa n'oseerera n'ogwa n'okola ki? N'okuba selfie ku rock. So sometimes they're slippery and can lead to falls, and of course strong winds can also blow debris. Ne wesanga nti omuyaga gujja ne gusindika ekintu ekinde kijja ne kikukoona. Tubadde ku beach okwo omuyaga ne gujja ne gusindika ne gusuula tenti ne gusuula obutebe n'obulaba obutebe nga bubuuka. Bitambala bitabatya bino bigundi bye bateeka ku table covers ne kijja ne kikugwa mu maaso mukijiddemu akacupa kiddemu ashtray. So all this can happen, but the question is how do you weekuuma otya okulaba nti okendeeza ku bubenje obwo okutuukako bwena abadde akozesa
abakolera embaga ku beach.
era omuyaga era tugirabye omuyaga ne gujja ne gwera tenti ne gugitwala ne gugisuula eri. So yeah, those are some of the physical hazards that can
come.
Yeah.
That's why
of course
you
there is
need
more,
to
but
know
yeah,
first aid knowledge. Very important. Naye kati ng'ogyeko okumanya first aid knowledge nga wetwogedde wali that first aid knowledge n'enamba ez'okuba ye bakuba namba ki eya
usually for such emergencies, of course I know institutions ez'enjawulo zikolagana ne different medical professions or ambulances. Kati oyinza okwesanga nga ezimu they call their own ambulance services. Naye ate wano obubenje buba buzze such drowning incidents we call Uganda Police, which is 999 or 112 on mobile. Kuba be bavunaanyizibwa ku ebyo. Era bw'oba buzze, those are the people to call. But everyone visiting a beach should always have basic emergency awareness to know, of course, those emergency numbers eza police zetwogeddeko naye nezo ez'omu kitundu kyetwagaye nti bw'ogenda ku board oyinza obutamanya ya LC n'ate bw'ogenda ku board some beaches put n'otuuka ku board nga kuliko those emergency contacts nti bw'oba ofunye ekizibu you call that number and maybe someone comes to your rescue n'alaba nga asobola okukuyamba. But again, like we said earlier, you yourself knowing simple basic first aid is also important. And chikuyambako to manage the victim as professional help comes your way. Because remember, drowning doesn't look like what it looks like in the movies, where you see people splashing, shouting, calling for help. It is usually quiet, and sometimes you might not even notice that someone is actually drowning. And it will happen very quick. So that early recognition and quick response eyambako nti bw'olaba oyenna nga kyeki kye twagambye nti nga tonnalowooza ku lubbira oyo okulabira omuntu wo gwe nga gwe beera vigilant omanye nti gundi nalabika afunye ekizibu era bw'aba akifunye ogenda kumuyamba otya nga ne lubbira bw'ajja omutendeke oba nga bubakubira obuyambi obusingako awo.
Waliwo ne story gye nalabako eya Kodra, the guy who got a spine injury, quadriplegic, something like that. Naye ekyamuyamba bamuddukira mangu naye nga naye injury yagifunira awo mu mazzi. Kati ogere ku responsible behavior the beach. Weba ku beach behaving antya.
Kati ebiseera bisinga abagenda ku beach batugenze kwesanyusa kulya bulamu nga bwe tukiyita
kulya ku kyennyanja
ekyo kisukka mu kyennyanja ne tuteekamuko n'ebitamiiza. But of course alcohol and water activities don't mix. They don't, because alcohol affects your judgment. It affects your balance and reaction. Reaction time. Nti it increases the risk of drowning etya nti bw'oba otamidde of course tojja correspondinga nga bwe wandibadde ng'oli mulamu.
So I can't swim nga ndi drowned.
You can kye tugambye nti reaction time eba slow. Nti oyinza okulaba eryato nga lijja oba ka speedboat nga kajja naye olwokuba otamidde that balance, that judgment eyinza okubeera slow. Oyinza okugamba kakyali wala kampugge ensala enzire wali n'otomanya nti ebadde etuuse because you're intoxicated. Kati obwongo buprocessingamu mpolako tebuba bwogi nga bwe wandibadde kyetwandise nti you're most likely to make an impaired decision because somehow you are intoxicated. When you're intoxicated, of course the brain is slow in
like sending response.
Nachi kati akabenje we kandijjidde oyinza obutangwa mangu okukola ki kureactinga kuyamba. Ekyokubiri katugambe oyinza okulaba let's say a distressed swimmer oba oyo alemereddwa okutuuka ku lukalu n'oyagala omuyambe n'olwokuba otamidde togenda kudduka misinde ojja genda otagala kati mu kutagala otagala otambula ogwa okola otya kakitegeeza because you're impaired ojja kwesanga nti tojja kusobola kuyamba muntu oyo mu budde oba okweyamba gwe ng'omuntu. So those two don't don't work hand in hand. Kyova olaba kiba kirungi omuntu okuba soba si kibi okunywako abagunywa, but it is very important to know that alcohol and water
and
don't
other
mix.
intoxicating
and other intoxicating substances nti bijja kuleetera okukola judgment enkyamu ate weesange nga mu kifo ky'okuyamba ate okoze kabenji.
naye ate waliwo ffe abalaba wali don't pass here ne tugamba katuyitewo ate otugambako
kikulu nnyo okugoberera amateeka kuba kati signs ezo oba signals ezo zibeerawo for a reason. Bayinza okuba bagambye toyita wano waliyo embwa n'ogenda n'ogwa mu mbwa oba n'ozigulira. Bayinza okuba toyita wano oba nga waliyo ebicupa. Bayinza okugamba toyita wano ng'oba waliyo olutobazi. Oyinza okugoberera akakubo ne weesanga oyingidde quicksand. You know? So there are so many reasons lwaki bateekawo obupande obwo ne bagamba toyita wano kati ate gwe bw'ogamenya ne weesanga nga ogudde mu buzibu.
Kati nga tuli ku mateeka twogere ku flags ezo. We baba bazitimbye wali nze ndowooza za decoration naye sooka ozitunyonyole lwaki beach zirina flaga era flaga zaaki?
Ekisookerwako beach zonna kizikakatako okubeera ne flags ezo for so many reasons. Tuziyita safety flags nti zituyambako okwagala okutegeera ekyokukola zandibadde signals era zo nnyingi okusinziira mu nsi gy'oli newa gy'oli naye tulina ezo eziri basic eziri major ndoozi essatu nga bwe tulaba ebitaala byaffe bino eby'oku makubo ezo zetwandigambye eziri basic eziri green, yellow and red. Nti bw'otuuka ku gate kati beach ezo kye zituyambako they are communicating oba zoogera naffe oba zoogera naawe okutegeera nti wano wendaga watuufu wano wendaga wakyamu wano ŋŋende oba wano sigenda. Okugeza bw'otuuka ku beach oyinza okugamba sizimanyi naye ate bw'otuuka mu kifo ekyo wabeerawo boodi eriko amateeka. Bw'otuuka ku boodi eyo n'osoma amateeka ago gajja kuyamba ozitegeera kuba zonna baziteekako. Eyo boodi gye twayogedde gye twagambye nti ebaako contacts, emergency contacts era ebaako ne flags ezo ez'enjawulo ng'ekugamba nti eya kiragala etegeeza kino, kakoba ategeeza kino oba eneetegeeza bw'eti. Okugeza okuzitegeera obulungi. Bw'otuuka beach yonna babeera n'ekifo otuwugira ekiri designated for swimming. Wootuuka ne bagamba nti wano waakuwugira tetuvugirawo maato. Kati bw'otuuka n'osanga ebbendera eya kiragala oba gye twandise green flag nga yeewuuba kitegeeza it is safe. Green means go. Kyetugambye nti zino basic essatu ezitandikirwako basic flag zo tezikyuka yonna gy'olaga nti green means go. Go ahead and swim. The current is good. The current is fine.
Weeyagalire obulamu bwo.
Weeyagale.
Ebirala byakufa byakuleka.
Yes. Yeah, nti ne ziba in designated areas era waliwo we zikoma era bwe zisukkawo bw'osukka n'ova mu eyo zone kitegeeza osusse ogenze mu area endala. Kati bw'ova mu eyo ne tujja tuba ne flag eya yellow. Kati yellow means the conditions are the currents are moderate but take caution.
You can swim but take caution. So wugga naye faayo eri obulamu bwo naddala abaana bato. Lwaki? Nti kubaako amayengo ago naye nga matonotono. Kati amayengo ago kitegeeza bw'oteekako kifuloota nga bino abaana bye batera ozannyiramu n'okikwata n'okiteeka ku nnyanja kitegeeza kijja genda kyesenda mpola mpola kakigenda kyeyongerayo nga kyetwala oba bw'aba mwana kyasobola wesanga mutwala mpola so kitegeeza amayengo kwegali naye osobola okukola ki osobola okugawugiramu. Then bwe tuvaawo ne tujja ne tubeera ne red. Kati red flags ezo zirimu ebika bibiri ez'emmyufu. Mulimu double red ne mubaamu ne single red. Kati oyinza osanga single red kyetutegeeza double nti osanga flaga ng'eriko nga katugambe wano mmyufu naye nga wano wasale ate ne wabaawo emmyufu endala eyo gye tuyita double red. Kati red ideally means don't go. Kati bwe tusanga eyo single red kitegeeza nti abo abawuzi ab'amaanyi oba be twandise strong swimmers
basobola okukola ki okuwugirawo ko ne beeyongerayo ko wala n'ate bwe tusanga eno double red kitegeeza tokola ki togenda mu biiki ezimu ebeerako bagiyita ne biiki bagiggala actually yes nti amayengo yes nti bw'osanga nga kuliko double red kitegeeza ne biiki bagiggadde temukola ki teri kuwuga
naye nga musobola
amayengo g'amaanyi bosobola obeera no ku lukalu ne temugenda mu nnyanja kitegeeza toyingira nti n'abawuzi ab'amaanyi tebakkirizibwa kukola ki kugendamu kati ekyo kiri very common nnyo era mu beaches ezo eziri mu Indian Ocean era bw'oba marking off zone eyo ne bagamba nti kati wano n'omuwuzi ow'amaanyi takola ki tasobola lwaki nti bw'oba ofunye ekizibu kati bo bakozesa nnyo gundi ez'enjawulo surfing boats na biki okwagala okutaasa abantu kati ojja kwesanga nti n'okuwugga kwe bw'aba asaze okujja kukutaasa aba akaluubirizibwa oba azibuwalira olw'amayengo ago obungi lucky enough wano tetugayina nti mangi nnyo but still olina okubeera cautious manyi global warming things change tuyinza okukeera ku makya netufuna ekyekango kitegeera so yeah so you have to be cautious then another common flag ye kakobe kakobe that is purple kati purple yetegeeza there is presence of marine life marine life kitegeeza byebisolo kati wano ewaffe twayogedde ku crocodiles twayogedde ku misota twaliramu bikere bw'ofulumamuko mu ggwanga lyaffe lino ojja kusangayo stingrays is a very very dangerous fish nti bwekusala esobola okukusala nekuleetera ddala a very serious injury yes it's very sharp esobola okukusala nekuleetera ekiwundu so kati of course hippopotamus n'ebisolo ebirala so kati ebifo ebimu babimakinga off ne bagamba nti wano waliwo hippopotamus eri waliyo crocodiles togendayo oba wano waliwo kihaite nkyene waliwo emisota towugirayo kati gwe wenna bw'ogisanga mu kifo ekimu kitegeeza tokkirizibwa kukola ki nti ojja kuwaliriza ogende ate omalirize ng'ofunye obuzibu so zituyambako nga etwagambe nti they communicating to us nti kino sikikola bwe naawaliriza n'enkikola kijja kunviiramu oba kijja kunviirako obuzibu then ne tuba ne kacungwa gye twandise orange orange is nayo eri mu zino ze twogeddeko eziri common nti yo communicating environmental hazard kati environmental hazard kampe ekyokulabirako a spillage of oil katugambe meri ebadde etambuza amafuta ne gayika ku nnyanja ne weesanga nti ennyanja yonna ebunya amafuta that is an environmental hazard nti oyinza okuba ogawugiramu ate ne weesanga ng'onywedde amazzi ago kati ate oba onywedde mafuta buyinza okuba obutwa oyinza okuba onywedde butwa kati bw'onywa bi-oil ebyo ate oyinza okuwona obutabbira ate n'ofuna ebirwadde ebikola ki n'ofuna ebirwadde ebirala of course environmental hazards nyingi zigoinga beyond just that nekyo just kuba kyakulabirako nti bw'osanga ebendera eyakacungwa nga yeewuuba kitegeeza take caution tolina kuwugirawo oyinza okufuna obuzibu olaba amazzi ago gwe kungulu oyinza okugalaba nti mazzi naye ate mu go kuyinza okubaako ebirala ebiyinza okubeera ate ebyobulabe ayinza okuba kazambi
nga
bava muyiye oba sewage ng'oyo oli n'ata sewage n'akola kinayingira ennyanja kati ate nojja ng'ozze kuwuga ne weesanga ng'oli mu kuwugira mu mazzi ng'ago gali already contaminated kitegeeza ogenda kufuna ebirwadde nga bilharzia ojja kufuna ebirwadde nga kolera n'ebiralalala so bw'olaba bendera yo nga yeewuuba ate n'owaliriza ogenda owuge ate kiyinza okukuviirako obuzibu ne weesanga nga ofunye ebirwadde ebirala eby'enjawulo kati bwe tusukka mu ezo ne tujja tuba ne bendera ate endala nga zo zikyuka okusinziira ku nsi okugeza nga gye twandise checkered flag checkered yeeyo zimu zibeera black and white abamu bakozesa orange and red n'ebika ebirala different okusinziira ku nsi zize tusoose okwogerako ezo zo they cut across mu nsi ezisinga naddala ziri esatu ezasoose naye kati zino ezimu zigenda zikyuka kati ojja sanga mu bifo ebimu nga checkered flag yetegeeza docking area docking area kitegeeza amaato vessels biki bu speedboat bwe bupaakinga tokola ki
toyina
towugirawo
kwesambirirawo
nti
nga
bw'onoozanyirawo bw'onoowugirawo injini eri ate esobola okukusala. Injini bw'eba tekusaze oyinza okwekonda ku lyato n'okubako omutwe. N'ate mu nsi ezimu eyinza okukyukamu. Mu nsi ezimu abamu bazikozesa as a play area nga wewandigambye sports activity area nti awo webazannyira
zino beach volleyball
ebyo ebyekika ekyo bwe bityo bonna bali awo. So kati zo zijja zikyuka okusinziira ku nsi woli ziri ze twasobola twagala ezo ziri standard naye kati eyoyo olaba nti yezze ekyukamu era ojja kwesanga abamu bayinza okuba bakozesa black and white checkered, abamu bayinza okukozesa orange and red bwe kityo.
Kati awo flaga tuzimaze ki ekirala ky'olowooza kye tutwogeddeeko wano ku being safe at the beach?
Of course being safe at the beach starts with you bwe ng'omuntu okwagala okumanya. Of course bw'oba ogenda okukyakala tukulembeza nnyo excitement n'ate ne twerabira okwerinda. Kati kikkakatako gwe wenna ali eyo okumanya nti bwe mba ngenze ku beach it's beyond kukyakala bukyakazi but it's also mulimu n'obulamu nti tuleme ate kulagajjalira nnyo bulamu olw'essanyu twesange nga tugudde mu mbeera ey'ekika ekyo bw'oba ogenza okukyakala bw'oba ogenda ku beach naddala ng'oyagala kuwugamu ba ne tuyiga okuwuga si kwejalabya okuwuga kwerinda. Basic survival swimming is the #1 layer protection from drowning. Nti bw'oyiga basic survival kikuyamba ogenda onyumirwa ebbiiki oleme kugenda kubuukira bubuukizi mu mazzi omanye nti oyiza okwekuuma okubbira oba okutangira okubbira. Then bw'oba omaze okuyiga ekyo ate tugoberere nnyo ebiragiro bye tuba tusanze mu bifo bino. Biriwo for a reason nti bw'osanga safety signs zisome zitegeere w'otategedde buuza. Oleme kuwaliza nze njagala kuwugira eno nze njagala genda eri njagala kusala nzire wano kijja tuleetera obubenje. Ate bw'osanga wali abantu we bazannyira oba wali abantu abangi tetukolerawo ffujjo tetussaawo bitalina beerawo okugeza motorbikes ng'ezo abamu babikola because there is no regulation. Naye bw'otuuka mu kifo ng'ekyo manya wano nandibadde nvugirawo eryato oba gwagenda oddirinnya wali safe okulinnyira eryato kuba docking area erina kuba docking area. It's unfortunate nti wano tetuyina nnyo big giant vessels nga ze wandisanze e Mombasa. Eri oyinza bw'otuuka e Mombasa okiraba oyinza n'okitya it is so huge. Okituukako n'okitya kata nti to imagine MV etulina MV actually nayo nene but of course the bigger vessels nti ogituukako and n'ogitya because kwani yaffe they are not so common. Kati njagala okoma akafaananyi nga you're swimming in such an area
nekutuukako
ayinza obutakutuukako because kati jjukira zo zidookinga a bit far tezituuka nnyo ku lukalu zidookinga a bit far tezituukira ddala ku lukalu then bwe zituuka ne zooka zisula ekigundi kyayo abantu ne basobola okutambula n'okuyingira but to be cautious kitukakatako okubanga tuyiga okutaasa obulamu bwaffe and to be cautious about everything that is around us. Twayogedde ku scanning the environment abaana baffe bazanyira at the beach totuuka ku beach n'ogamba bano omupiira gwogwo mugende musambe scanning ako we bagenda ozanyira draw boundaries obagambe temusukka wano because you know you've scanned the area you know how safe it is for them to play. Ate kijja kumusala wajja kubeerawo obushells obwo abalongosa beach bakeera ne balonda ebintu ebyo naye they keep coming ate naffe tusuulasuula kale nolwe n'agenda ku biiki afunyeyo akacupa ka soda amaze okukanywa ate n'akasuula awo oli najja n'akakubako ekira ne kaatika ne kasigala mu sensi nakinaakabikka n'okukabikka kati one naye agenda okujja ozannyirawo ajja kwesanga nga kikoze eki nga kimusaze so kitegeeza naawe oba ocontributinze ku kabenje kati byebintu ebimu bye tulina okwerinda okulaba nti obubenje buno tebutukola ki tebututuukako.
Ali mu ddakiika emu.
Of course, most beach-related drowning incidents are preventable, but with the right knowledge, awareness, and responsible behavior, we can all enjoy the beach safely. It's about respecting water, staying safe, staying alive, and staying afloat.
Thank you. That has been very, very helpful. We've learned that the most important thing is to stay safe, to stay alive, and to enjoy the beach well. I think I, for one, I'll stop taking a lot of selfies, respect the water, respect the instructions, and all of us. I think for us to enjoy the beach well, we need to respect the rules, follow the safety precautions so that we enjoy without risk and come back alive. Thank you so much for watching and following us from the start to the finish. I hope you've learned something, and the next time you go to the beach, you follow everything we have said. Well, this is the Aquatic Life Saving channel. Follow us on our socials. The tags are down below, but also like this content, share it, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and of course, see you again in the next episode.